Well, congratulations on this film. This is such a cool movie, so inspiring, and what a wonderful story. I know you had to be attracted to the project immediately when they asked you to do it.
Well, I was attracted to it for those reasons. I found it to be an inspiring story as well. I thought it was a great opportunity for me to shoot some great football and do some things maybe that I hadn't seen before. And I was touched by the story of Bob Ladouceur and the De La Salle Spartans. It's a high school team that's won 151 games straight. 12 years of winning, and so you want to know what's behind that. Why are they winning? And I thought, hey, this would be great to tell that story.
And why can't the Cowboys do that?
Well, the way the Spartans do it is that there's no real ego allowed on the team. There's no great individualism. There are individual players who do really well, but they're doing it in service of the team. There's a real brotherhood between the players. There's a real camaraderie. There's a sense of personal accountability that's engendered in these young players. And they're willing to open up. I mean, Bob sort of asked them to open up and share with each other. They share their feelings. They do commitment cards where they actually write out what their commitment's going to be for conditioning, for practice, and for the games. And they hand that card to another player. And they're held accountable to meet the commitment. There's no punishment, but they're held accountable just on their own honor to do that. So those are the kinds of things, besides the X's and O's, that makes them a great championship team. And I think any pro team can take those principles as they will.
Yeah. Well, and this is not a traditional leading man / coach or a traditional ending either, which has also got to be kind of fun for you.
Well, it is. I mean, we didn't want to do a movie that was just, okay, are they going to win the final game? I mean, that's been done a lot. The movie's after some higher notion of theme. Those things that I talked about a few moments ago, how are they proven out? Have the kids really learned that? Are they really buying into it? Do they embody those principles? That's what the movie sort of wants to ask. Not are they going to win necessarily or lose. The movie does have that element in it. I think more in the middle of the movie, there are great challenges about winning and what goes into that. And so I find that people are on the edge of their seat, sort of wanting to know that, and that's the thrill of sport. But the overall theme of the movie is something much bigger.
Now, we always ask people their Hail Mary moment, the moment where they just kind of had to go for it professionally, and it worked out for them. What do you suppose that was for you?
I always think that I wish I had sort of started making films, earlier in my career, and I wish I had done that. So my first movie was Swing Kids, and I made a movie that I made in the Czech Republic that was set in Germany in 1939. About German kids who like swing music, and so it was sort of a risky thing to do, but I loved the elements of it, this kind of storytelling and use of music that I like. So just jumping into film and embracing it, and I've had a good run of making films that mostly I liked doing. So it's been thrilling.
Well, and especially since you've had such an amazing TV career, and an Emmy-winning TV career with Hill Street Blues, St. Elsewhere, got Miami Vice, like all the greats. That must have been a great time.
No, I've been very fortunate. I've won 3 Emmys. I mean, 2 as a director, 1 as a producer, and that's gratifying. But it's really the shows. I got to work on some good shows. I mean, doing the pilot for Miami Vice was really gratifying. Working on Hill Street Blues was really life-changing and career-changing, and just teaching me how to do this job so much better. I did a miniseries called A Year in the Life with friends of mine, great writing, and so it's so often about the writing. It's about the stories that you're telling, and if I get good actors and good stories, I always say that's 80% of directing.
Yeah. Well, last thing is, since we're excited about this film, we want to know what you have coming up.
Well, I'm working on a movie now that's in the dance arena, because I still like that too. I did Save the Last Dance as well, and I still like that genre. But I'm always interested in doing exciting character-driven stories, whatever they are in, whether it's in sport, whether it's in whether it's a love story, whether it's a thriller. That's what interests me, and that's what I'm looking to do. But I have to say, great fun doing football. And hopefully we've got some scenes that people haven't seen before, the kind of football they haven't seen before, and the movie's coming out August 22nd. I hope people go see it.
Good. Last thing, who's your team?
Okay, the Cowboys are my first team. I have to say they are. I grew up in Texas, and I grew up with the Cowboys. I laughed and I cried with the Cowboys. I'm also, to be honest, a Green Bay Packer fan. After that, which is a weird combination because the Packers made me cry as a kid watching those games, the Ice Bowl and all that stuff. But yeah, listen, I'm still pulling for the Cowboys, and I hope they have a great season this year.
Good, me too. All right, thank you so much.
Man.